It All Starts With You is a show where we're going on a journey of self-discovery and exploration. This platform is a place for women who are transitioning and transforming. Hi, I'm Eileen Lemelman, licensed clinical social worker and psychotherapist. We are embarking on a trip together where I will be interviewing experts and extraordinary women such as you and me. Let's start the show. Welcome to It All Starts With You. I'm Eileen Lemelman, your host. I'm a #1 best-selling author, a podcaster, a social worker, a licensed clinical social worker with over 35 years worth of experience. In my community, I help women find their purpose, reframe aging, and I host events like The Good House at the Movies of Delray on October 7th, where we're going to learn about new chapters and new beginnings in midlife. Let's explore how to become the lead actor in your life. They'll be very exciting, so join me at the Movies of Delray on Friday, October 7th. I also have an upcoming series that I'm developing where we'll be taking on issues on finding your purpose and moving your life forward. It's titled, What are the 3 key steps to finding your purpose? After launching my #1 best-selling book as an author, I invited Kathy Mela, a co-author on the book, today. I look forward to collaborating with Kathy and her audience as well. When we all work together, we all rise. In conjunction together, we are going to find solutions to help the midlife woman who has lost her way feel stuck and hopeless. So let's welcome Kathy Mela, the dream resuscitator who breathes life into women's dreams. Welcome, Kathy.
Thank you for having me again, Eileen. I love your show. I love coming back here all the time, especially to see you and to talk to your audience.
Thank you so much. So what do you say to women over 50 who reach out to you in your community? What do you say to them?
Well, first of all, I like to listen. I don't like to say anything. I like to hear you. I like to hear what's on your heart, what is bothering you, what is your challenge, where you feel stuck. And what I do hear a lot is that women are looking for balance. And I didn't necessarily like that word for a little while. And I look at it as more like a wheel, like air in your tire. Like, is your tire completely inflated in all areas of your life? And so maybe you're not totally deflated. Maybe there's just one area that you're not feeling great in. And what I know for a lot of us women, 2 areas that I think we are challenged in a lot is taking care of us, not touching my mic, taking care of ourselves, and finances. So I know we're going to be talking about both of those things today, and I want each of you to learn how to live on purpose. You talked about your keys to purpose. You know, I have some keys as well. We'll have to talk about whether we have similar keys. I'm sure we do. And, you know, like, that's important. It's important throughout life, and yet sometimes we women lose our way along the way of raising families, having jobs, having a career, whatever it is you've done, writing books. We can get so hung up on the doing that we forget who we're being. And it's important to get back in touch with that. Who are you being?
So let's talk about the 3 key points. What, in your opinion and in your community and in my community, what are the 3 key points that help women, midlife women, who are feeling stuck and hopeless?
The first one is purpose. It's so important to have a purpose. There's a lot of evidence and research out there that people that have a sense of purpose live longer, have better lives, are healthier. So that's number one. To me, it's also, I call it the PPV, the purpose, the passion, and the vision. What is it you want for your life? And sometimes we think about a vision, somebody, we had a vision one time to go to the moon. So, some people think it has to be large and grand, and it does not. What is your vision for your life? Maybe your vision is to live without pain. Maybe your vision is to write a book. Maybe your vision is to travel somewhere. So getting clear what's your vision, and then how do you fuel that with passion?
Beautiful, beautiful. So I mentioned the word hopeless a few times. Can you define hopeless for the audience?
Well, the definition is not having hope. So think about that. Not having hope for anything. Feeling like I hear things like I don't belong. I don't know where I fit. I can't figure this out. So I feel like it's a feeling, and I think it's a little bit hard to describe in words, but it's truly like, if you look at the emotional scale, or I assume you're familiar with emotional scale?
Just slightly.
As a social worker. You can Google that if you want. Emotional scales, there's lots of them out there. And so we can go from hopelessness is like one of the far down there ones, and then joy is the opposite. And so we don't expect anyone who's feeling hopeless to go to joy. You go to the next step up. And maybe that's anger, maybe that's frustration. That gets you up the scale to where maybe you're feeling a little more satisfied, and then eventually get to joy. So that hopeless feeling is really like you just don't believe that anything is possible for you or your life.
Okay. Have you ever felt hopeless in your life?
I think I've not spent a lot of time in it, and yet I can remember times when I felt hopeless, when I felt like I couldn't see past that day.
Mm-hmm. And so what are some of the resources that you would use when you're feeling hopeless? 'Cause I think that's a big thing today for especially midlife women.
Yeah.
They're feeling like, when we say hopeless, we're saying, where am I going to find, a way to fill myself so that I can move forward, to give me hope, to actually greet the new day?
Yeah, and that's powerful. I think the number one for me is to say to reach out, because if you've gotten to that hopeless state, you need help. I needed help when I got to that hopeless state. And there's nothing wrong with that. Let's stop making help wrong. And what do I mean by help? Maybe it's a therapist, maybe it's a social worker, maybe it's a coach, maybe it's a friend. But reach out and talk to someone, because we get in our head, those thoughts in our head that say terrible things to us that aren't nice. We wouldn't let our best friend talk to us that way. And yet sometimes we tell ourselves things that are not our truth. And so reach out to someone who can lift you up, who can help you see something different for your life and give you some hope.
So, talking about hope and finding purpose and finding joy, why don't you take this opportunity now to talk about the challenge that you're launching?
Yeah, I'm excited about it. It starts Monday. It's complimentary. It's a free 5-day challenge called Live on Purpose. And it's for women, especially women leaders, who either feel stuck, feel like they constantly do everything for everyone else, feel like they're putting themselves on the back burner, that they never have time for themselves. That's who this is for. So if you're feeling like that, join. I'm sure you have my link there. Yeah, go there. I'm pretty sure it's there. If not, I'll make sure it's there. My 5-day challenge. Or message me on any social media, DM me the word challenge, and I'll get it to you. I'll get you the link. So here's what it's about. Now that I've told you how to get there, here's what it's about. It's about helping you start to live on purpose, helping you find meaning in your life, find a little bit more joy, find balance, find what is you. And first of all, I always start with purpose. Like, who are you? Who are you designed and created to be? And oftentimes in life we lose that along the way. So it's so important to start there. And then I next go into the story that's holding you back. That story that you're telling yourself that keeps you stuck.
The narrative that we keep playing over and over in our head. So now you know where to access it. what it's all about, and you can always contact Kathy. On the screen, you see it's her link tree where she'll have all the things listed where you can connect with her. So make sure that you reach out. It's free. And it's also not free because what you'll be getting is really a big investment in yourself.
Yes.
So let's support each other and let's do that. I really appreciate that. Thanks so much, Kathy,
You're welcome.
for being on the show. 3 key solutions that I offer to women are mentorship, support groups, because we can't operate alone. We need a community. And also help overcome limiting beliefs so we don't play small in life. So why don't we take a brief commercial break, and when we return, we have another guest.
Kathy Mela is a dream resuscitator, helping women regain a sense of purpose, be more fulfilled in their career, and finding balance in life, all without sacrificing their well-being. Throughout her 45-year career in the medical community, Kathy breathed life into thousands of babies through the physical act of PPV, positive pressure ventilation. Now she breathes life into your dreams with a different type of PPV. Passion, power, vision. Contact Kathy, the Dream Resuscitator, and download your free work-life balance playbook at freegiftfromkathy.com.
Everyone has a story to tell, and I want to hear yours. I'm Eileen Lemelman, host of It All Starts With You. Our stories are a unique way to appreciate, understand, and respect each other. Your story of transformation in life and business serves as an inspiration for us all. I'm offering you a platform to highlight your powerful message and journey. Contact me, Eileen Lemelman, host of It All Starts With You, at itallstartswithyou.live. I look forward to connecting with you. Let's continue the journey. Now back to the show. What are you investing in? Are you investing in your dreams, or are you afraid to invest in yourself? My guest today is an expert in the field of financial planning. She's the president of Secure Today Financial. For over 35 years, Elise Roberts has helped people protect protect what they work for all their life to save. And so we are here with Elise Roberts. Welcome, Elise.
Thank you so much, Eileen.
I'm so happy to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
So let's dive in deep.
Awesome.
Okay, what are the 3 steps that women can take to create a more substantial future?
So I love your question, and when you had asked me this the other day, I thought about it, and really, it's not just 3 steps. For everyone, it's different. So that's where I come in, and what I focus on is that everyone is so different. But there is a fact, and this fact is so important for us women. 90% of the women in this country will be solely responsible for their financial household at some point in their life, and only 20% are actually prepared for that. And that is my goal, to change that.
Oh my goodness.
To get women prepared. And so this is where we come in. So preparing means starting a conversation, just getting that first conversation. Maybe you have done a few things up until now to start preparing. Maybe you've done nothing, but having that conversation is key, and starting some kind of planning. And sometimes that's just the conversation. Everyone is just different.
I know.
People
are scared to have that conversation, aren't
Don't
they?
be afraid. It's actually very, it's fulfilling, it's enlightening, and it's very rewarding to be able to find out you're doing better than you think. And that's the key for us, is to find all the things you're doing right and help you focus on those first.
So what do women over 55 need to do to invest? What do they need to do?
So when I think about women over 55, the key for women over 55 is we have less time than someone maybe that's 40, 30. So we have to do things a little different. We may have to invest a little different, or not invest as much, or maybe more. It all depends on the personal circumstances. And again, I go to that person. Everyone is different. And one of the things I learned starting 36 years ago working with my dad is that fact. Everyone is different. How do you help each individual separately based on their circumstances?
Well, what's a sound financial investment? You know, I mean,
Great question.
Yeah. What is a sound financial investment?
So when I think of a sound financial investment, it's somewhere when having this balance of where you're invested. So, and it's not about you should invest in this if you're over 55, or you should invest in that, because your circumstances might say at age 55, you know, how long are you going to work? When are you going to take Social Security? How long are you going to be able to work? How much money do you make? How much can you save? All this matters. So again, it comes down to that conversation. And there's no obligation to have a conversation with us. You can book 15 minutes on the phone. We can get a preliminary conversation, find out if we should take that next step, if we should wait 6 months, a year, 5 years. We'll know a lot in 15 minutes. So I think that's key, is everyone can't just invest a certain way because of their age. And that's what my dad taught me. I joined him in 88. And he taught me that everyone is different, and just go out there and help people, and each one will be very different. But a sound financial investment is really where I focus. I focus on the safety of a portion of your money. A portion of your money that says when that market goes backwards, which we're experiencing right now, when that happens, you can't have all your money in the market. You just shouldn't have all of your money anywhere, ever. You should always be very well diversified. And my definition of diversification is so different than that follow along, do what everyone does kind of financial advice. Mine is different. Again, it's per person. So we have this rule of 100. So when you're aging, more and more of your money becomes safer. And what that means is, when I say diversification, stocks, bonds, and mutual funds are not diversification. They're all in the same basket. That's the risk basket. You have to have some of your money in a place where it won't go backwards when the market goes backwards. So if you follow this rule of 100, which is part of, I think, our next question, when you follow the rule of 100, as you age, more and more of your money becomes safe. Because here's how the rule of 100 works. You take your age and you minus it from 100. So your age is the amount of money by percentage that should be safe from market risk. It doesn't mean you can't make money on it. You'll still get a reasonable return, but that's not going to be in the stocks, bonds, and mutual funds, right? Then the difference between your age and 100 is the part that you can take risks with and not be devastated. So when you're younger, that's a bigger number. You can take more risk. But as you age, more and more of your money becomes safe, so you don't have to worry about a 2008 happening right before you retire. So it's so important to have the conversation and to follow the rule of 100. And I have one more quick, great way to diversify, especially for us women, because we've been told to follow along and do what everyone does, and it's not the way it works. It should not be that way. Everyone's different. But the true diversification is not just having some of your money somewhere else. You have to diversify your advisors. The people you're talking to need to be different. If you're talking about risky money, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, REITs, those type of investments, you need to talk to someone that's on the risky side. And someone that wants that safe side, that part that they can't lose, that's always going to go forward, that's where we come in. And that's what I do. I help you focus on that safe side. So you should have two advisors, one for the risky money and one for the safe money. And
Wow,
that's
I never
true
heard
diversification.
that. Yes, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
You don't hear it because no advisor is going to tell you to put some of your money with someone else, except me, because I've done this too long. I know you need that, and we all have to work together in your best interest.
Well, women feel a loss of internal power when their finances aren't serving them. And so this is what you do. You help women to have their money serve them.
Absolutely, it's a great way to put it, because when you get older, first of all, you're young and you are working for your money, and then you get to a point where it's time to enjoy your money, and it's time for your money to work for you, and you have to make sure that you can live on that forever. And where I come in is I make sure you don't run out.
Would you give the same advice to married women as single women? This same
Some
advice?
is the same and some is different. It all depends on their financial circumstances. Some married women are totally in charge of the financial future. They're the breadwinner. So again, it's circumstance. So I'm very focused on listening to your circumstances. What are you trying to accomplish? Where are you sitting now? And where do we go? What's that roadmap going to look like? I have a program that'll show you when you'll run out of money based on certain circumstances. So we need to know that.
A lot of times we go to a financial advisor and they have the same cookie cutter formula for everyone. And what you're saying is, no, I listen. I listen to what your circumstances, I listen to what your age is. I want to protect your interests. And so I'm going to be honest with you. I love that.
And the honesty sometimes has to come out that you shouldn't do what I do. I have to say no because that's in your best interest. And it happens, and I will do that. But when I do that, you will be empowered with the facts that, hey, that was a good decision.
So let's talk about trends for women in business.
That's a great conversation.
Yes. What are they? What are the trends?
What do you mean by trends? Like trends for women in business? It depends on the business, I would say.
Well, do you see, more women becoming professionals, more women going into entrepreneurial kinds of roles, opening their own businesses? What is the trend now for women?
I think that's both. I think it's personality. Some women are individuals who need to express themselves and not have to answer to someone. They need to go start their own business. Or they have a great idea. They need to launch that idea. Maybe they don't know where to start. These are other things that I love to do because I was trained in my life, in my business, which crosses my personal life. I was told this one fact when I joined my father's firm in 1988. Just go help people. And so that comes into play with women who come to me and say, I have this business idea, or, hey, what do you think of this? I love to just help. So sometimes our conversation will switch, and it won't be about your finances. It might be about a great idea that you have.
So how have you expanded your business then?
So my financial business is basically, I've gone from that accumulation advisor, which everyone has. You spend all your time putting all your money at risk. I did that for 20 years, helping people accumulate all that wealth. And now at this point in my life, I help women protect what they've saved. So my business has evolved. But also I have ministries that are businesses, but they're not for profit, like they're not money makers for me, like the Girls' Night. We have an event coming up. We have a great event coming up November 10th. Tickets go live today.
Ooh.
This is how I help other women in another way. If you have a business and you go to these places where they set you up to sell your wares, they charge you. We don't charge. We give you a space to express your business, your design, your whatever it is you have as your business. If it's something a girl would want, we have an event called Girls' Night South Florida. We let you set up, and then we bring in 250 shoppers, and they don't pay either. So everything is free. Actually, may I show this?
Sure,
So the first
yes.
125 women to attend our event that come to the door will receive this swag bag filled with awesome gifts. So it's just really exciting to help people in all different ways, financially, emotionally. We're all in this together. And so sometimes it's just I never know where my meeting's going. But as far as girls' night, if you're listening and you live here in South Florida, or even if you don't, you want to fly in, tickets will be limited because they're free. They go live today on our website. They're available now. girlsnightsouthflorida.com.
So Girls Night Florida
Southflorida.com.
girlsnightsouthflorida.com. We've got to put that out there. That's awesome. So as you could see, Elise helps you with saving your money and also spending your money.
There you go. And spending it and doing the right things with it.
That's right.
This event, there's going to be a fashion show. There's going to be probably 30 plus door prizes. We have
And
a
I'm
DJ.
part of it, ladies, so
She's
you
one
gotta
of our vendors. She's going to be there with her books. It's so exciting to have you.
I'm going to be there with my #1 best-selling book.
That's awesome.
Yay.
And she's put an amazing gift in our bags. This
Yeah.
hand-painted bookmark that was over-the-top special. Unbelievable.
So, well, you know, when we all work together, we all rise. And so that's the message for today. We all have to help each other and collaborate and support each other and help each other to elevate to the most that we can be in life. And we can do that in community. This is what's important.
Yeah, don't be on that island by yourself, because
No,
there's
that's
nothing
right.
that can happen out there.
So thank you so much, Elise. You have been a wonderful guest, and I hope you'll join us November 10th at Girls Night South Florida. So right now we have some call-ins, some write-ins for some viewers. Jenny from West Boca writes, I'm 60 years old and I have no pension or retirement savings. Is it too late to start one? And Bonnie from Plantation writes, it's so hard to find a group of like-minded women. How can I join you? So thank you for participating in the show. I'm so happy to share with you that starting Wednesday, and every Wednesday, I'm going to go live on It All Starts With You, my Facebook page, and we're going to have a support group, and we're going to be having discussions, and we're going to talk about questions just like this. So make sure you join me every Wednesday, 12 p.m. on It All Starts With You. And also, I want to connect with you on my website. So make sure you connect on eileenlemelman.com, and you'll see a lot of my events, what I'm hosting, what I'm doing, sponsoring my program, whatever you want. We can connect with each other and we can help each other to rise. So don't forget to come to the movies of Del Rey on Friday, October 7th at 7:30. I'll be hosting the evening with a movie and questions and answers. I'll be signing my book and speaking to my community. It all starts with you. Let's replace the word aging with ageless. Join me next week for another episode of It All Starts With You. You have been watching It All Starts With You. New and exciting opportunities are ahead of you. You are creating your own destiny. Until we meet again, my friends, it all starts with you.